Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is TheBigJB, recording live. How is that possible? I mean, yeah, I'm recording live, but you're not seeing it live. It's like watching the friggin' Macy's Day parade where they say it was recorded live or previously, whatever. Oh gosh, don't get me started about the Macy's Day parade. I remember a time when it was cool and it was really about the floats and the balloons. And it just seems like we get so little of that anymore. Darn those commercials. But that is a very, very old topic. And I sound like an old man when I talk about it. Last night was the science fair for my kids, so we didn't go to youth group, and that was pretty cool. I was really proud of my kids, but I had a moment where I realized that I wasn't as involved in the science projects as I wish I had been, and I felt really bad about that because my wife put a lot of effort into those, and she really helped the kids, and I helped my son do part of it, but she was really instrumental in a lot of that, and I regret not taking more ownership of that and helping my kids more than I did. They did an amazing job. I was very, very proud of them. So we don't do, they do prizes. This is the first year I think that they've actually done prizes. Usually what happens is everybody gets a ribbon, which is very different. But this year they actually had judges who went around and judged projects, and then the judges would stop by each project and ask the person questions about their project, and not why they chose to do it, but like what was your question, what was your hypothesis, that kind of thing, and that was really cool. I think that showed a lot of care, and I think it revealed who really took the time. There were a lot of people, a lot of students there who, I mean, it was obvious that they printed off a bunch of stuff on a black and white computer or black and white printer, slapped it on their board, and didn't really take it seriously. When you have kids who are in the sixth grade, and they should know, I feel like they should know the scientific method, and they're not doing, they're not having controls and that kind of stuff. Like my daughter, my 7-year-old, she did a project where she wanted to see what color of bottle would affect the temperature of the water inside. So she did a clear one. She spray painted one of them green, and she spray painted the other one black. And so she had, and then she had one more bottle that was her control bottle. So what she did was she took every bottle, filled it up with water, left one inside the house once it was filled, took the other 3 outside, left them outside for an hour, then took the temperature of each bottle. She did it 3 times, so that she had she had her trial 3 times. Showed the temperature, of the water when they filled it, then the temperature of what it was after it sat outside for an hour. Her hypothesis was that the clear one would be the hottest because the sun would have direct access to it. She doesn't know, of course, about colors and how colors absorb heat or reflect heat because of the the amount of light that they take in. So her hypothesis was wrong, but that wasn't bad because she learned something from it. And she was able to really talk about her project. She understood what it was to have a control. And there are all kinds of things in there that I thought were really, really cool. Then you have these other people who, I wanted to see which one you could kick the farthest, a football or a soccer ball. And they didn't, it was obvious that they were, the kids were into sports, but they didn't really take it that seriously. They didn't care. These are the same kind of kids who, go on a zoo field trip, and there is definitely a purpose to the trip. It's not just a trip to the zoo. Our local zoo in Seattle has really invested in the school district that my kids go to. And so they've had them come out. They've kind of taught them about the scientific method. They've taught them about using observation and coming up with questions and that kind of stuff. And there are kids who went and for them it was just a day out of normal class routine. And that's okay, but it's frustrating. It's frustrating to see. So, if you don't know, I have a segment that I submit to the tour show. It's the Tour edition, and you can find it at instance.net/, Tor, I think. That's the podcast. And at the end, they do user submitted segments, and I submit a segment called Ambassadors Academy, and it apparently has become one of their favorite end segments. And I do it as a protocol droid, and I always talk about different things. I'm talking about pronunciation of different words, of course, because I'm a pronunciation Nazi, and also races of the Star Wars galaxy, because I'm a nut for the races in the Star Wars galaxy. So if you're not familiar with that, give it a listen. You can download the podcast. You can also follow my droid at droidib4e. And yes, IB4E, it's a play on words. So IB-4E. The Twitter doesn't have the dash in it, so it's just at droidib4E. And yeah, I do daily little lessons on the droid, and I'm just thrilled that they like it as much as they do, and they use it as much as they do. So that's it for me. Everybody have a great Thursday. No hat today. If you're wearing a hat in honor of Hat Thursday, that's awesome. I hope everybody has an awesome day today. I will see everybody tomorrow. You can follow me on Twitter at Voice of the Big JB. This has been The Big JB. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking the video. Bye.